Hey guys.
Hey everyone.
This is the video that I was attaching to the last episode 214. This is all the car work that I was taking care of in those few days, and I wanted to see if this would work, but it turned out to be the same amount of work, and it doesn't make anything any easier. So I'm going to publish this video, and then I'm going to go back to our normal stuff, and I guess episode 215. We'll call this 214.5. Thank you guys for checking it out. I hope you guys enjoy all this car work. They don't look too bad. Nice. I finished wiring the speakers on that one. Now I gotta get this one up on the lift. I gotta do some work on the brakes, and I gotta check the fuel line. I've got it off the ground. So somewhere, we're having a problem with this line right here. There's air and fuel being pressurized into there. So I think we're picking up air in this line somewhere. This is new up to here, but on this side, the metal line, I think I need to clean out a little bit better and make sure there are no really bad crimps in the line anyway. Well, I'll give it a thorough look through. And I have to adjust these brakes in the back too. These Mustangs have drum brakes front and back. This one still has drum brakes in the back, but these front ones were converted to disc brake. And when you do that, you normally need a proportioning valve to properly proportion the amount of pressurized fluid is flowing through the front lines and the back lines. That's why it chirps really bad when we put it in gear. When I was inspecting the fuel line one more time before I put it on, I didn't notice this before, but right there, you can't even see it in the camera, there's a really bad crimp in that line. Looks like they were trying to avoid this exhaust system right here. What I'm going to do is, since this is just a vacuum pickup, I'm going to run a fuel line similar to this one here. I'm going to run it from here. I'll probably secure it here, and then run it up through here and then connect it right here. That way we can skip this really bad crimp right there. Alright, we got this cut off nice and clean. This crimp right here though definitely looks like we would have been having problems getting fuel through it. I've got this little rubber seal too for the firewall. Battery's charging right now, so I'm going to put this in. I've had a pretty long day today before I even came into work, but I got here, I worked on a few things. I got a lot of things done today actually. Fixed a window regulator problem and a motor problem for one of the company vans. And I did a little bit of work on this one and a little bit of work on that one. So tomorrow, I'm going to finish up this one right here, what I was working on today. I have to do a couple of things to this one, and I have 1 or 2 things to do to this one. And then on to our week, I guess. But I'm finished for the day. Mama Bear's rolling up right now outside. I can hear her. So we're going to take off from here and make a couple of stops before we head home. Go all the way to the front. Okay, now cycle it to the back. All right, that's enough. Go all the way back to the front. All right. All right. You can come down. I'm gonna take this apart real quick. I gotta work on the van real quick, but it needs to get on the lift. So we moved the white Mustang, we moved the convertible Mustang away from the lift. We moved this Mustang here because I gotta check the linkage on it. We adjusted a little bit. We reshaped the piece that holds that so that this angles outward a little more. So on this end, there's enough room for that bracket without bending this rod again. So I'm gonna put it back together and see if it works. With this thing in park, it looked like it was set right. We put the transmission all the way down in drive 1, and we put the shifter all the way down in drive 1. So we could see how far that is off, but this is at the end of the adjustment on here. So now I'll have to adjust this one. Cool. I got this to fit back in here, and I adjusted that front one out quite a bit. Now I gotta adjust this one back up to here. Looks like the adjustment is made. I just gotta find that cotter pin again. Just kidding anyway. So when I put the transmission in park, it is here. When I put the shifter in park, it is here. This was after the adjustments that we made when we were working on this a second ago. But the owner took off, and I'm going to readjust this. I'm going to move this whole cable back up, and I'm going to adjust this to where this is set at. So the transmission is in park. I checked it. It's cranking, so that's definitely park. And the shifter is all the way up as far as it'll go, and it's actually locked into the furthermost position, so I'm pretty sure that's park. I'm going to readjust this and try it my way real quick. It's kind of hard to fit the wrench in here, but I've got it adjusted to where I want it. Let me see if this thing starts all right now. All right, let's see if this thing will even start. I guess I'm gonna put the lift down and see if it'll move. Awesome. This is what I'm going to change. An O-ring. This goes to the dipstick tube for the transmission. It's leaking from there. I remember this van, you guys. That's what I got to put that grommet on there for. All that's leaking out of there little by little, but it's leaving drips and it's costing money. So I got a couple of bolts to remove. Nuts anyway. That one there. And I've got one a little further up that holds this to the valve cover. Then I can wiggle this out and replace that grommet. You can see the grommet was bad. Alright, I've got this cleaned up and I've got the new O-ring on there. I even went as far as putting some of the copper silicone on it so it doesn't leak. Cruising this van back to where it's supposed to be. Then I'm gonna head back to the shop and finish working on the Mustangs. Alright, kind of crazy you guys, but check this out. Now I'm gonna get to work on this one, and this is one of my favorite rides ever. An old beat up Chevy. Well, it's a GMC, but you know what I mean. Let's see if this thing will even start. Yeah, it starts. Whoa, sounds like the valves need to be adjusted really bad. These are the seat belts that I was working on the other day. I dyed them to match the same color that they were when they came like this in the 60s. They don't look too bad. And now I've got a problem with this taillight. Back over here for a little bit on Saturday. Nice. Come forward. See if it'll stay in gear. Nice, man. Nice. I'm gonna go see if I can take Mama for a ride, you guys. Oh, Mama, you sure look good on that side.
Mama had a
Alright, guys. Thank you again for checking out the video.
Thanks for always sticking around, guys.
Yes. And again, I was going to try something different, but I'm going to just go back to what we were doing with our normal daily vlog. And yeah, we'll see you guys in the next video.
You guys take care.
Have a nice, awesome rest of your day. Later.